Hey guys, I'm in a new location for the week. I'm home for spring break, but I'm still going to film some lessons. We're going to take a break from chords though to learn a little bit more theory, and today we're going to learn about intervals. The most simple definition for an interval is the distance between two notes. Now for this lesson, I'm going to teach you every single interval that exists within an octave. In an octave, there are 8 different intervals of 5 different variations total. So we're going to count 1 to 8, and I'll show you the variations of each. The 5 variations of an interval are major, minor, perfect, diminished, and augmented. Intervals 2, 3, 6, and 7 are either major or minor, while intervals 1, 4, 5, and 8 are either perfect, diminished, or augmented. Our reference point is going to be C, so every interval I teach you is going to be from C. The first interval in an octave is a unison, and unlike the other intervals, it has no variations. It is only what is called a perfect unison, and that's basically the exact same note twice. So our reference point is C, our unison would be C. The second interval in an octave is called a second, and it can either be major or minor. A minor second from C is 1 fret up, and that's a C sharp or a D flat. It's a half step. A major second is 2 frets up from the root, and that would be a C to a D. The third interval within an octave is called a third, and it can be either major or minor. You can play a minor third by playing your C and taking your pinky 3 frets up. So that's from a C to an E flat. Another way to play a minor third on a C is to place your third finger on the C and then place your first finger on the 4th string on the 1st fret. A major third is 4 frets up, so that's a C to an E. Another way you can play that is to place your second finger on the C, place your first finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. Third of a chord determines whether it is major or minor. So for example, this is a C major chord. There's that E right there. This is a C minor chord. That's that E flat. If I were to put that E flat a half step up, I'd make a C major chord. The fourth interval in an octave is called a fourth, and it can be either perfect, diminished, or augmented. A perfect fourth from C is the exact same fret 1 string down. So to play a perfect fourth, just play the 3rd fret on the 4th string. And a good way to recognize a fourth is to remember that that's the note of Here Comes the Bride. To diminish a perfect interval, all you have to do is take it a half step down. So a diminished fourth would actually be a major third. And to augment a perfect interval, you just take it a half step up. So an augmented fourth is actually also a diminished fifth, and that's called a tritone. The next interval in an octave is a fifth, and it can be either perfect, diminished, or augmented. To play a perfect fifth from C, play the 5th fret on the 4th string. To remember a perfect fifth, just remember that the Star Wars theme starts on the perfect fifth. To diminish a perfect fifth, take it a half step down. To augment a fifth, just take it a half step up. The next interval in an octave is a sixth, and it can be either major or minor. To play a minor sixth, place your ring finger on the C, and place your first finger on the 3rd string, 1st fret. To play a major sixth, just take it up a half step. So place your 3rd finger on the C, and place your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret, 3rd string. The next interval in an octave is a 7th, and can be either major or minor. To play a minor 7th, play the C, and play the 3rd fret on the 3rd string. To play a major 7th, just bring it a half step up. Now there's another name for a major 7th, it's called the leading tone, because it's a half step below the root of the key. So that means that a major 7th from C is a B, because it's a half step below C, which is the note you started on. The last note in an octave is the octave itself, and that's 8, and it can be either perfect, diminished, or augmented. Like a unison though, an octave is normally just perfect. To play an octave, play your C, and play the 5th fret on the 3rd string. So to recap, unison, minor second, major second, minor third, major third, perfect fourth, augmented fourth, diminished fifth, tritone, perfect fifth, minor sixth, major sixth, minor seventh, major seventh, octave. Perfect octave. There's a lot of reference songs that can help make learning intervals easier. And if you look in the description, I'm going to post a list of songs that start on certain intervals, and maybe you'll be able to find one you recognize better, and that will help you learn your intervals in time.